A whirlwind trip to Indianapolis and back for the VCU men's basketball team after they were forced to withdraw from the NCAA tournament due to COVID-19 protocols.
We have complete coverage. Our sports director, Lane Casadante, will share head coach Mike Rhodes' reaction in just a moment. But first, our Jake Burns joins us live with feedback from fans. Jake, a lot of disappointment.
Oh my gosh, Candace, yeah, that disappointment was mostly for the players who poured their heart into this really strange season and got to this point, and also the timing of how all this news came out.
I figured when they make a basket, I'll yell, woo! So I'm like, woo!
With Ric Flair and her son in tow, Stacy Ingram-Hanson rolled out of Colonial Heights Saturday morning.
Saturday morning before we left, I just threw something on here.
Making the 10-hour drive to Indianapolis to watch her VCU Rams during March Madness.
I am Ram Nation. Got there about 7 o'clock at night, so I thought, well, I'll pull up the fan page and just see where everyone's meeting. Instead,
Ingram-Hanson was met with the news, positive COVID tests, and knocked VCU out of the tournament just hours before tip-off.
And I actually posted on there, please tell me this is a joke.
Once I heard the news, I was really hoping it wasn't real and it was just a bad source.
Disappointment back in Richmond, too. VCU freshman Matthew Talagani canceled plans to watch the Rams with his roommate.
But to be on the biggest stage in college basketball and not get to play even your first game is just, it's so upsetting.
So this was an exam table.
Ingram-Hanson ended up making the long drive back to Colonial Heights Saturday night.
Stuff from when we went to Bahamas to the Atlantis to the ball game.
The nurse practitioner at Colonial Heights Medical Center says her disappointment as a fan completely outweighed by the hopes the players who tested positive get well soon.
It was tough, heartbreaking, but not as bad, not as heartbreaking as for those guys that didn't get to play and show them what they got up there.
For Rams Nation and RVA to Indy and beyond, the abrupt end to the season puts a damper on the moment, but not the team.
They've got a young core to build around.
It's the family and the network, and it's the Ramily, we call it, for Ram Nation. That Ram Nation says they feel like this team is going to do well again next year because they've got a lot of people returning, as you heard, but they feel particularly bad for those seniors on the team who may or may not be back for another season. Working for you at the Siegel Center, Jake Burns, CBS 6 News.